In the shadow of Rome's mighty empire, a young man named Nero Claudius Drusus emerged as a beacon of ambition and valor. In 16 BCE, standing before the Senatus Praetor, he represented his elder brother Tiberius, who, alongside their stepfather Augustus, confronted a military crisis along the Rhine, the formidable frontier separating Rome from the untamed Germanic tribes. Drusus' destiny would soon intertwine with this volatile border, where his relentless campaigns and meteoric rise to prominence would earn him the adoration of Rome and the favor of its emperor. This is the story of Nero Claudius Drusus, a commander whose brilliance illuminated the early Germanic wars, as explored by AI American generals. Likely born on January 13, 38 BCE, Nero Claudius Drusus was the younger son of Livia Drusilla and Tiberius Claudius Nero, and stepson to Octavian, the heir to Julius Caesar. A scandal once suggested Drusus was Octavian's son, but Livia's pregnancy predated their union, dispelling the rumor. Raised in a Rome embroiled in civil war, Drusus enjoyed privileges few knew, yet his early years were shaped by political intrigue and violence. Little is recorded of his youth, though he likely studied Greek and Latin in Rome, preparing for a political and military career under Augustus' guidance. At 19, in 19 BCE, Augustus granted Drusus and his siblings the right to hold offices 5 years earlier than other Romans, thrusting him into public life. By 17 BCE, a crisis brewed beyond Rome's northern frontier. Climatic shifts, economic growth, and advanced agricultural techniques among the Germanic peoples led to population surges and pressure for land. This drove migrations and raids across the Rhine and Danube, disrupting the fluid tribal exchanges of the past. Rome, now the sole authority, faced challenges communicating with distant tribes, often responding with force. In 25 BCE, Marcus Vinicius led a successful but obscure expedition after Roman merchants were killed along the Rhine. By 19 BCE, Marcus Agrippa, Augustus' trusted ally, addressed renewed unrest. Facing pressure from the Suebi, Agrippa resettled the Ubii on the Rhine's left bank, founding Oppidum Ubiorum, modern Cologne, and reorganizing the Treverii, establishing Augusta Treverorum. These settlements, supported by military service agreements, laid the foundation for Rome's permanent presence on the Limes Germanicus. Roman favoritism toward certain tribes sparked retaliatory raids, culminating in 17 BCE when the Sicambri, Usipetes, and Tencteri crossed the Rhine, seeking new territory. Marcus Lollius, governing Gallia Belgica, suffered a humiliating defeat when the Sicambri ambushed Legio Violati, capturing its standard. Augustus and Tiberius intervened in 16 BCE, but the Sicambri retreated upon learning of Augustus' approach. Augustus reorganized Belgica, appointing Tiberius as governor, while turning to other imperial matters. Tiberius shifted focus to the Alps, where the Communii, Venii, and Raetii were raiding Roman territories. In 15 BCE, Augustus tasked Drusus with leading a campaign across the Alps. Starting in northeast Italy, Drusus advanced through the Veneto to the Dolomites, confronting the Raetii in the Tridentan Mountains. The lightly armed Raetii were defeated and fled up the Rhestian Pass, where Drusus pursued, establishing a bridge over the Adige at Bolzano. Emerging on the northern slopes, he defeated them again, earning the title of praetor from Augustus. Meanwhile, Tiberius marched from Munatia, securing the Furca and Walensee passes. Together, the brothers crushed the Raetii and turned east to the Vindelici, capturing their strongholds, including the Genoans fortress on August 1. Naricum, a Roman ally, was also subdued after offending Rome, with Virunum falling in a rapid siege. The defeated tribes faced enslavement, tribute, or conscription into auxilia units. The victories in Raetia and Vindelici earned Drusus and Tiberius great honors, including coins depicting Augustus receiving olive branches and a 10th imperatorial acclamation. Horace praised their triumphs in a panegyric. Tiberius departed for Illyricum, while Drusus was appointed legatus Augusti pro praetor for the Tracegalli, tasked with resolving the Germanic situation. Drusus conducted a census, established the Concilium Galliarum in Munatia, and funded infrastructure, including 50 fortlets, 2 bridges, 2 river Rhine fleets, and a canal from the Rhine to Lacus Flevo. Fortresses at Batavodurum, Vetera, Novisium, Oppidum Ubiorum, and Mogontiacum housed 7 legions, supported by alliances with the Ubii and Batavi. In 12 BC, Drusus launched his Germanic campaign, thwarting a Sicambri-led coalition by suppressing a rebellion in Belgica. He devastated the lands of the Usipetes and Sicambri, then sailed through the canals of Drusus to Lacus Flevo and the North Sea. Allied with the Cananophates and Frisii, Drusus besieged Berchanes and waged war against the Chauci and Bructeri along the Ems River. Despite challenges, including a grounding on mud flats, his Frisian allies ensured a safe return to Fectio. Augustus promoted Drusus to praetor urbanus for his successes. In 11 BCE, Drusus resumed his campaign, targeting the Usipetes from Vetera along the Lip. The devastated Usipetes surrendered quickly, and with the Sicambri distracted by raids on the Chatti, Drusus built fortresses along the Lip, advancing toward the Weser. A portent be swarming a tent foretold an ambush. At the Battle of Arbalo, the Cherusei and Sicambri trapped Drusus' forces in a narrow pass, bombarding them with missiles. The Romans, struggling in a dense formation, faced near defeat. However, the Germanic warriors' premature charge allowed Drusus to counterattack, turning the tide. He secured the pass, established a fortress at Aliso, and wintered at Oberaden, earning another imperatorial acclamation. In 10 BCE, granted proconsular imperium, Drusus targeted the Chatti from Mogontiacum. The formidable Chatti fell to his legions, and by year's end, Drusus reached the Vera River, erecting a fort near Hedemünden. In 9 BC, as consul, he carved through the Black Forest, defeating the Suebi with heavy losses. Advancing to the Weser and Elbe, he defeated the Cherusei again but couldn't bridge the Elbe. A portentous encounter with a mysterious woman unnerved him, and during the retreat, Drusus fell from his horse, breaking his leg. Stranded at the accursed Castra Celerata, he succumbed to gangrene after 30 days. Tiberius rushed to his side, leading a reverent procession to Mogontiacum, where even Germanic adversaries paused hostilities. Drusus was laid to rest in Rome in an opulent funeral at the Circus Flaminius. Nero Claudius Drusus' brief but brilliant career left an indelible mark on Rome's frontier. His campaigns expanded the empire's reach, fortified the Rhine, and laid the groundwork for future conquests. Though his life ended tragically, his strategic foresight and military prowess earned him a place among Rome's greatest generals. AI American Generals continues the saga, tracing the efforts of Tiberius and Ahenobarbus to build on Drusus' legacy in Germania, a testament to his enduring influence on the empire's northern ambitions.